NFL mock draft. Raiders draft generational RB. The Las Vegas Raiders have the 6th overall draft pick, and with that comes a lot of possibilities. In this mock draft, they don't overthink it and select Ashton Jeanty. The Las Vegas Raiders had one of the worst run games in the NFL last year. Their running backs were inefficient, and it felt like no matter how many carries they got, it always resulted in drives stalling out. This would lead to increased pressure on a passing game that was already not great to begin with. They weren't playing complementary football because although their defense was full of talent, they would exhaust themselves after their offense barely had any time of possession. They hoped to fix that in the acquisition of Geno Smith, who alongside Brock Bowers will reinvent their passing attack. That's not the only player they brought in through free agency, as they also signed former Miami Dolphins running back Raheem Mostert, who is just 1 year removed from the best year in his career. Many believe that these moves indicated the Raiders were out of the running for drafting a quarterback or running back with their high draft pick. But in this mock draft, things shake out a bit differently. Mike Band is a next-gen stats research and analytic who works for the NFL, and he released his first mock draft recently. He has a history of success in predicting Matt Rhule NFL teams will take, and, with his knowledge, believes the Raiders won't overthink it and draft Ashton Jeanty. If head coach Pete Carroll and offensive coordinator Chip Kelly want to make the ground game their offensive identity, Jeanty could be their guy. While analytically minded front offices might hesitate to spend the 6th overall pick on a running back, Jeanty's big playability suggests he could be worth it. Said Band, Jeanty is a generational prospect and is coming off a ridiculous season in college where he almost won the Heisman. Last year, Jeanty rushed for 2,601 yards and ran the ball in for 29 touchdowns. He also had an additional touchdown and 138 yards through the air. This pick would save the Raiders a potential worst-case scenario of reaching for a prospect to fill in a need, and instead draft a highly talented player that will shape their offensive identity. Even with Mostert, he and Jeanty could share the backfield and divvy up carries. Mostert is a 1-year deal anyway, and he's 32. He doesn't provide them any future at running back, but drafting Jeanty would. Pete Carroll is already familiar with basing his offense around a juggernaut at running back. He could replicate that formula in Las Vegas. Ensure you follow on X, Twitter, at Hondo Carpenter, and IG at Hondo Sire, and never miss another breaking news story again.